Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all's going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jacked. Now, today we're continuing off here in Dune Awakening. I've been honestly having a blast playing this, so we are just picking up right where we left off. We are starting to grab these quests from the houses so we can start kind of making our way through those so that we can upgrade our status with the house that we choose. I'm still not sure of which one I want to go with, so we'll figure that out as we go. We got our basic base of operations already set up. This is going to be probably our main base for a little bit of time, so we'll actually be able to craft up some stuff and get all of our fabricators and stuff going there. I've been really enjoying this game, like I said, guys, but I also really enjoy being back, so I appreciate all the views, that kind of stuff. I know it's not like what it used to be for me. I've been gone for quite a while, so I'm really appreciative of all the views, all the likes, any of that, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I love being back. So we're just gonna jump right into this, hopefully get our buggy crafted up today and start moving into some of the next areas. So let's just get into it. Okay, so we got our first boot upgrade, and I really like how they do the whole blueprint system in this game, how it's like a one-time craft, that kind of stuff. It really makes them feel a lot more special whenever you get some kind of good blueprint. So this one is an upgrade from what we're working with. Obviously, basically anything's an upgrade at this point for us. We're not rocking the best stuff. We really need to make it over into the next area to get cobalt so that we can start making start making steel up. So that's definitely what we're going to be working on. Hopefully we can find some more of these little upgrades along the way and crank out some quests as well. Alright, so talking about upgrades, I did get a new chest piece out of this place. I'm actually clearing out all the areas near me and kind of in this lower area. I'm kind of weird like that. Like, I have to like complete everything before moving to a next area in these games. So I'm definitely doing all the contracts and stuff over here. So that is a decent little upgrade for us. So I'm going to clear out all these contracts, all this kind of stuff, and then we'll be moving into that cobalt area. Oh god. This is continuing? So some of these quests are actually pretty in-depth. Like, the story and the quest lines in this game are pretty intricate, man. It's actually really cool, but also a lot more time consuming than I was expecting, because now I gotta head to this next area too. It's nice that I don't gotta go back to the contract board though. You can just make the communication just from here. That really saves some time at least. Okay, so guys, it was bound to happen, I suppose. I didn't record because I was panicking. As you can see, I'm naked. Not good. I got eaten by the worm. Dude, and you lose everything. It is such a major hit to me. We just got actually some armor and stuff like that. And so I went to go to the cobalt area, and I'm crossing the desert, just like looking at the map, doing whatever, and evidently there's quicksand. I didn't know that was a thing. Guys, as many of you know, I didn't play this game in the betas. I don't know anything about it. I didn't know that quicksand was a thing. So I got stuck in quicksand. I freaking panicked, got out of the quicksand, and immediately got eaten by the worm. Okay, so even though I have incredible PTSD from what just happened to me, and I'm also rocking like the worst armor, the only thing that I could afford at the time, we are hitting up one of these crashed shipwrecks, and I want to see what we can get out of this thing, because I think they actually have some pretty decent stuff in it. There's actually spice sand in here. Okay, we're just gonna take all this stuff in hopes that it's useful at some point. I think there's more places where I can get loot out of. Oh, and the worm's coming for me. Okay. Yeah, this is not ideal with a sand bike. I definitely need like one of those ornithopters to be able to do this efficiently, I think, because I'm just gonna I'm just gonna end up getting eaten again. Please let me. Oh my god. Come on, make it, make it, make it. I do not want that to ever happen again. Okay, we're good. Alright, I am good. I'm not going back there. That's too dangerous. Okay. We did it. I think we made it. Look at that. That's the quicksand that freaking got me, dude. Oh, I'm so mad about that still. Yeah. So we made it. That's the quicksand that I drove directly into. I think I keep calling this cobalt, but it's carbon. I get, yeah, carbon. So, we've got our first carbon. We can finally start making steel out of it. I'm just gonna get this water since it's here. Why not? But I'm gonna farm up as much of this as we can take back so that we can start making some of the steel stuff. And we're moving up. Okay, so we got a decent amount of carbon back here. I've been trying to make up as many iron bars as we can too, because this actually takes iron bars to make, which is kind of weird. But I guess it gives you a use or a reason to keep coming back to these areas and kind of upgrading as you go. So we'll get as much of this going as we can, and we're gonna have to make some of the steel tier armor. I'm rocking the crappy armor because I figured why make some more iron? We should probably just make some steel tier stuff when we get there. And we got a whole bunch of other new random resources and stuff that I have no clue what to use them for, but we're gonna keep grabbing them. Okay, so we got a decent amount of steel crafted up. We got 82 here, and we've got 80 here. So that should hopefully be enough for some upgrades here. So we were rocking the Kirib stuff. I think we gotta learn the steel tier. Let's see here. I'm gonna keep with the light armor because I think that's the best for like my blade skills and stuff like that. So we'll go with the light again, which looks like it's this one. Wait, how much do these cost? Okay, so that's not that bad. 14 steel per, and then we need that microfiber stuff. I'm thinking we're probably gonna need a little bit more of that. So let's research this, and we'll do the sword too. Just because I'm spec'd into like the longsword damage, and let's get the Holtzman's shield V3. So can we just craft these up? No, that's the Kirib. I don't think this sword is even better than what I've got. 9.9. I don't know if we're gonna craft the sword. Wait, where's the new stuff? That's the iron tier. Okay, so the reason that we couldn't craft that is because we need this garment fabricator now to be able to do the upgraded stuff. So let's see how much this is gonna run us. This base here is just, like I said, it's temporary. We definitely don't want to build our main base over in this area, but I need all this stuff, so we're just gonna put everything along the walls. I know it's not the prettiest, but it's efficient for now, okay? Alright, now we can craft the slaver stuff. So probably start with the jacket. We're not gonna have enough for all of this, yeah. We're gonna need more of this microfiber stuff. But at least we can upgrade that by quite a bit. And we're going to have to go farm some of that stuff. So, at least we've got these going. Okay, so since we're doing this, we may as well put down the weapon one. And I think our power just went out. Oh my god. We are going to have a base full of friggin' power generators. Do I... Please say I have enough to make another one. Where is that? Utilities. I do... Oh, that's only salvaged metal. That's easy. Let's put... We've got plenty of fuel cells. Just put those in there so that our base isn't unpowered. And I'll figure out What? I'm so everything's so confusing. How do I put that? Oh, deposit. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Not that confusing. Cool. So now we've got the weapon fabricator. Dude, look at this. We're making upgrades. And we can make the standard sword now. Artisan sword. Whoa. That's way better. Oh, we need that. Okay, so we'll probably save the weapon crafting until we get that. We're doing okay on water. We're going to have to keep farming these. I've just been farming the flowers near us. Trying to stock up on those as much as possible. But, oops. We can put that on, that on. Boom. Alright. It's almost like we never got eaten by the worm. It's great. But not really. Alright, figured on our next trip out here. Oh, I can't farm that. That must be the, what is it? What's next? Like aluminum? So we're gonna need a better cutter rate for that. So we should probably do that right away. But I figured on our next trip out here, we may as well survey the area, make it a little easier to find everything. So that's done.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Alright, so I think it's finally time for us to go to one of the villages. 2,500? Just to fly out there? Oh, dude, that hurts. And what also hurts is that when I died to the worm, I actually lost all my gold. I had all of it on me. It was like 60K or something like that. I was like, you know, since it doesn't weigh anything, we may as well just keep it on us. Terrible idea. So I've definitely learned from that. We're going to be putting that in our base from here on out. But yeah, that was really unfortunate. Alright, so we're in Harko Village for the first time. I had to do this for my journey step, so. And now we got to locate a banker, and I believe we have to pay our taxes too, which is also going to hurt considering we just lost all of our money. Dude, this is intense here. This is really cool. What's up? Alright, I'm going to make my way around here and see what's going on. Okay, get it over with. Just take my money. I believe this is the...
until your outstanding balance. Unfortunately, that second outcome mostly equates to the death penalty.
Okay, cool. I just want to pay the taxes. $4,000 for the base. That's not too bad, I suppose. I still have 11 days remaining too. So what is it, like every 2 weeks or something you gotta pay them? Alright, we paid our taxes. Got it over with. This is a really cool city. There is a ton going on. So I'm probably going to do a little bit more exploring and see what we got to work on next. Alright, so time to craft up a couple new things. So we need the vehicle fabricator next. We may as well get that. There's a wind turbine. That's cool. There's so much stuff to research in here. But the first thing we have to craft is this survival fabricator, like our next tier of normal fabrication, which I do have enough for, which is nice. Okay, I have crafted it. I have now interacted with it. Okay, and that's cool. It actually does do the previous fabricator's stuff as well, so we don't have to have both of those. I don't have enough for this power pack MK3, which I definitely need because the MK2 is not cutting it. And now we need to do the vehicle fabricator. And Sandbike MK3. What does this take? We are one complex machinery away from that. That sucks. Okay, so we can't craft that quite yet. And all of this stuff takes power too, so I'm going to need to do more freaking generators. I don't know, we can put this like here. But we can't craft it yet. I need to get some more of that stuff. Okay, so we're going to go search for some of that. And we'll probably make a Sandbike MK3, I'm thinking. We'll just skip the 2. Okay, so I've been scouting out through like the whole upper part of this map area, and I saw this in the area, so Pinnacle Station. Let's go park our sand bike in the garage like a civilized human being. Not just park it in the front like I always do. Look at that. And let's see what we got going on here. Probably some more contracts, I'm assuming. Oh. We got Solari just for coming here. And a couple more contracts. So I've been kind of searching out this area, scouting, kind of seeing where we want to put a new base at. Let's see if these guys have anything important.
But please don't touch anything.
Because I want to put a new base up here where we can get aluminum and obviously the carbon and stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking for a good spot over here. Oh, Sandstorm.
Welcome to
You
our
guys give me any
humble. We have
quests?
but one simple request. We are our people.
Yeah.
Now
You got any quests, dude?
Ah,
Don't care about your life story. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything interesting here. We've got another person we can fly around with. It seems like all the stations are basically laid out the same way. And we should build probably over here by this, huh? So we can just do contracts easier. That looks like a nice flat piece of land. You know what? Maybe we should build right there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so I do have some stuff to get this started. But we're obviously going to have to get more resources and stuff over here. So let's put up one of the advanced sub-fiefs. I don't know, we'll put it like here. That way it gives us good access to that station. And this is kind of in between the area where we've got a ton of aluminum and the area where we have a bunch of carbon. So I think this is going to be a very prime location. Next, we're going to have to get a buggy over here because from what I've seen, that speeds up your farming considerably. So I'm just going to get some basic structures down here. We're not going to go too crazy with this base. It's going to be like a farming base and probably some place where we can park our buggy. Should we make it out of like the better stuff? What's up with this better stuff? I guess it has a little more health. I guess we may as well. It's not like granite's that hard to get. Okay, I've begun crafting that second base, but I did get enough stuff for our vehicle fabricator here, so that's awesome. I'm just gonna bring some more granite up there on my next like carbon run because we got so much of the granite from that decayed base. So now we need to learn all of this buggy stuff, but it is getting really tedious driving around that sand bike because it's really friggin' slow. Oh, we're out of power again, of course. So I think we're gonna make a sand bike MK3 just to do the dang thing, and then yeah, it'll be a while. Oh, the ornithopter will be so nice, man. So we'll do this MK3. We'll make kind of like the sand bike and the buggy here at the same time. Should we even get the welding torch? Probably. Oh my god, another close call. Dude, he's just looking at me. Yo, screw you, dude. Give me back my shit. Alright. Good talk. Dude, that's crazy. He actually just sits there and looks at you. Oh, it's trying to get that shipwreck again. Dude, that's wild though. I think we cut it pretty close there. But I really want that stuff. I'm going back for it. I'm gonna see what we can get. Okay, I cleared out as much as I could out of that place. We got this. More spice sand, so that's pretty cool. And it's a really good place for this complex machinery, which I definitely need for stuff too. Okay, so I'm crafting up more stuff here for the cut array. The next cut array. But we need cobalt paste, which is something I've only found kind of randomly in chests. and it looks like you can craft it in there. So I'm definitely going to have to get some of that next, however we do that. Okay, so this is how we get cobalt paste. We got to get this urethorite. We need to get this crystal. That's what we're calling it, crystal. And it seems like it's all through this basin area, kind of near, which is actually kind of nice because that next base that we set up is pretty close to this, like the entrance to it. So we can just head right down here into this Haga Rift area and get this pretty easily. It's right by that base. And what's also nice is that we can fly between the two trade posts, so I don't actually have to drive all the way back to our quote-unquote main base. We just have to get as much as we can here, get it in our inventory, and then we can fast travel back to that area. So we're going to park a sand bike at both locations, and that's how we're going to do it for the moment. Is that Decayed? It's got a buggy in there. Okay, so we got everything we need for the Cutteray MK3, which means we can start farming aluminum, which is very abundant over at our second base, our farming base, which is awesome. And I just need a couple more things for this Sandbike MK3, which takes the cobalt paste as well. So kind of how our technique's going to work is we're going to have a sand bike at both trading posts, and that's how we're going to fast travel and get resources back over here instead of having to drive all the way over here. So I'm just finishing up this sand bike. I know I should probably just skip the better sand bike and go straight to the buggy, but with how we're doing this, we're going to want both of them. So I don't have a problem getting more resources and stuff like that. We can now... Oh, that was perfect. This was broken anyway. So we can now farm good stuff and more efficiently, which is beautiful. Okay, something else I found when I was out looting places is this shock sword. So it takes... I think I have most of these resources, but I think this is going to be a big upgrade to what we've currently got. We also got the pseudo pulse sword. So let me see here. Weapons fabricator. And what are we working with? 36. Or 38, sorry. So that's going to be quite an upgrade from what we've got. We can also research Ornithopter, which we definitely need to start working on. Flying around is going to be so much better. So we've got a shock sword. This is only 18.1. This is 38.4. What a freaking upgrade. Awesome. What does this take? Oh, we're going to need the aluminum for this. And industrial pumps. I have not seen any of those. We're going to probably have to look up where we can get those. But is that what basically all this stuff takes? Particle capacitor. But, okay, so we can get the resources that we need for the ornithopter. It's just going to take some farming for sure. So that's not too bad. We can actually do it, which is cool. But first we got to craft up the buggy. Anything else in here that we want to craft? This is all new stuff. I'm just trying to research as much as I can. I've been going to all the outposts. I've been getting as much of the intel as we possibly can. And we definitely want to make up this medium ore refinery because these other ones are insanely slow. So I think I've got enough to make that. Let's see here. Refineries. Yes, we can craft that. So this is going to make our lives so much better. I think we're going to literally have to put it in the middle of the room. We are running out of space here. We got to work on a bigger base, but I don't want to put any more effort into this one. All right, time to get more power as well. We are really lucky that these are so cheap because you need so many of them. I'm like filling up the base with these damn things. Okay, luckily we only needed one more for that. And now we can craft aluminum, which I do have some of. Just from scouting and going through that other area. So cool. We're making aluminum. Okay, so I think I finally have everything for our sand bike. Finish this up. And then it's on to the buggy. Let's put this stuff on here. I am using some... I gotta take this off. The MK2 tread. Because you can't... Evidently you can't put MK2 treads and MK3 treads on at the same time. I've been just kind of using this sand bike partially MK3'd up. But now... Is that the MK3? MK3, yeah. Yeah, you can't mix and match treads, but you can mix and match other pieces, evidently. Get a storage on here. And that should be all MK3s. Yep. The reason that one's so damaged is because I actually found that somewhere, and I'm just using it so I don't have to craft one. But now, going back and forth between the trading posts is going to be a lot easier, and I can break down all of these, which evidently don't give me very much at all. Dang, that sucks. Okay, so another contract to turn in. I think this is the last one we have in this area, actually. So we've been knocking these out pretty well, or at least the last one we have for now, I think. Contact issuer. Sweet. Alright, yeah, and that's all we have here for now. I'm full on weight, heading back.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
To our other base. So yeah, I'm just taking this guy, going to Haga Basin, going back to Anvil. It does take 700 per, so that does suck because we are using a decent amount of money to go back and forth, but we get so much from completing quests that it's not that big of a deal. I mean, what is money anymore, really? I already lost 60k of it. What's the freaking difference? I don't really know what we can buy at this point anyway. Do we have any more contracts that have opened up over here now? No, just the ones we have to turn in. I did bring this. I crafted that because we had to turn that in. So that is good. That's 2 more done. And looks like we can accept another contract from this person. And cool. We're just cranking these out while going back and forth. So that is there. So it looks like we're moving up into that. Oh no, we still do have some down here too. There are so many quests. That is crazy.
Still alive?
I still don't have anything for this guy.
Welcome back. If you're eager for
Do I
work,
have this
I have
guy's
just the
thing? No,
thing.
I still don't have this one.
Let's see
I'm
what
just
you
kind of
brought
like
me.
doing them as I pass
My
them,
sense
so I'm
of
not actually sure which ones I'm completing. Okay. We just need... Wait, what do I need? Rear hull. Okay, put this on. Storage and cut array. And we've done it. Now we've got to drive this thing all the way out to our friggin' other base, which is going to suck. And we got a couple extra pieces. I've actually been able to find quite a few buggy pieces, which is nice. Maybe we can actually break these down for something. Oh, it's just a couple Servox. That sucks that those don't break down for very much. Probably not even really worth breaking down or picking up now that we have it. But we can take everything out of here. I've been bringing blood bags full over to the other base so that we can fill up our water supply over there as well. Can we drive this thing now? Oh, it's out of fuel, of course. Let's Let's get some fuel. And also repair this guy. Because these are pieces that I found out and about, they are already pretty damaged, which sucks. But we're just going to work with that so that we don't have to waste resources on crafting them. I don't think it's a big deal if we have to repair it every once in a while. They are half, though, which kind of sucks. And it also sucks that you can't repair things to full quality either, so I'm just going to repair all this, and we need to get this up to the other base. Okay, I figured it's finally time to start scouting out some of these trials, since we're only on the 3rd trial, because they're very important from what I've been seeing to actually get done as fast as you can. So I'm going to be hitting up as many of these trials as we can. We only have the sand bike now to get to them, so that kind of sucks. I know it'd be a lot faster to have a ornithopter and be able to do that. Dude, can you stop? So let's clear out these guys and get this trial done and out of the way.
Altar destroyed by the Emperor's zealous dogs.
Oh, that's it?
So much wasted.
The
in
altar's
pursuit of this
destroyed?
pogrom. So much lost.
That's all I have to do?
This altar seemed to depict Fremen being separated
Oh, okay.
from their
Well,
families.
that's easy at least, I guess.
Enslaved.
Now it's
I
just
could
on
only
to the
decipher
4th
a few
trial.
words. Slave cribs.
Dude, this one is wild to get up to. You have to go all the way up into like that anvil hammer looking rock. That is really cool. It was quite a climb, but we made it. And it's actually really cool that this thing actually turns out to be hollow. And let's inhale our spice and get on with this one. Oh yeah. Oh, it hurts. Too much spice. But we've done it, and we're looking damn good while doing it. Look at me. Look at that armor. And we're looking like a true survivor right now. And we did it. 4th trial, complete. And now I can experience the effects of spice. We've got a lot of food that increases our spice. I believe that's what it's for. But, okay, now we get our 3rd ability slot as well. Okay, that's actually really big. Do you have to press Z to like go into a spice state to be able to do it every time? Or can we just always use a 3rd ability now? Allows us access it. Reduces cooldowns. Okay. So it actually buffs all the other abilities as well. Yeah. I probably should have got this sooner, but since, I mean, the anvil is literally right by our base, but I really wasn't focusing on that. Oh, and you can go through withdrawal as well. Interesting. It's like stimulants and stuff in Fallout, using all the drugs and whatnot. All right, cool. 3rd ability. Okay, that was another contract complete. Making that money.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
And back
Music to my ears.
to our other
The basement is
base
pretty-
in Pinnacle.
Let's try to avoid me.
So I have been farming as much as we can over in this area as well. But really the next thing that we're farming for is that ornithopter, which is going to make life so much easier. I won't have to like fast travel between these 2 places too, hopefully, anymore. Let's see, I think, did I have one to turn in here? No, we're all done with this stuff here. Okay. Not bad, not bad. What do we got next? The 5th trial, and we've got a whole bunch of random ones here. Oh man, so many quests. Alright, I know I haven't been showing too many of like the testing stations and all that kind of stuff. I've just been going through them. I know it's kind of boring to watch me run through like an entire testing station and whatnot, but I have been clearing all of them out that I find. and trying to get as many blueprints for some better gear and stuff as we can. I gotta drop some stuff. But that might be a glove upgrade, which is nice. It is steel tier, cool, and not too expensive either. I've been finding a lot of that spice infused steel dust in these places. But yes, I am going through all these, getting as many resources out of them as I can. I know we're gonna need a lot of this stuff for like the ornithopter, so we'll just keep knocking them out. Alright, another place cleared out. Oh, we got a gun blueprint from this one. The Tapper. The Tapper, nice. This one was a place for a quest, so take all that stuff. I am so full. I need to go back to base. I just don't want to go back to base and deposit all this. I just want to clear out all these areas. We got a whole bunch of stuff. I wish you could upgrade your inventory, man. Seems like you fill up so fast when you're out here, especially when you're like a hoarder like I am. Okay, finally made a trip back to base and got all of our stuff deposited. I also learned, okay, you've probably been yelling at me for the last 2 videos, that you can pull directly out of the your vehicles right to storage. I've been running it all back and forth this whole time, but I finally found out how to do that. So sorry about the delay in that. You've probably been yelling at the computer screen, but now let's learn this stuff. Oh my god, there's so many different resources to have to worry about. But I did get this jacket, so that was a lot better for light armor, and then those Reaper gloves that we found are also pretty dang good. So at least our armor's getting a little bit better, getting some uniques at least. Okay, and we got a couple more quests done. I know it's just been like quest after quest after quest, but I mean, that's what we gotta do. We gotta do them all for this area, so let's turn this in for this. Perfect. That actually gave us some... What, I can change cosmetics and stuff on our armor? I think is what that said. Turn in that. Perfect. And then I believe I got the quest done for this guy finally.
Welcome back. If you're eager for work, I
Can I
have
get your
just the
stuff?
thing.
Yep. Get those for this guy. Get these for this
Let's
guy.
see what you brought me. A willingness to put in the grunt
I
work
feel
for
like
these
the
characters.
one
You've humored the busy
for
work I gave you.
Atreides was a lot
Now,
easier. I just
prove
had to
you metal.
deliver him some stuff.
Gangs of
The other guy
brutal
needs me to
slavers
like
need a
go into
proper
like the
lesson
next
taught to them
zone
the
or something
hard
like
way.
that. So
I look forward
I'm
to
just gonna
hearing
start
about
with
your
doing these Atreides
results.
ones. We might be aligning with Atreides, even though I like the Harkonnen one more. It seems like the quests for the Atreides, at least at the beginning, were a little easier, and now we can continue along their path. Sometimes it makes it so I can't scroll down. There we go. And now we just have to kill some slavers. Yeah, the Helios Gate for the Harkonnen, I just don't want to make my way up there yet because I'm still finishing out this area. Okay, so this is over here. Alright, so we'll probably start banging these out for him because I think we definitely need to upgrade our status with the house. Alright,
Welcome back.
I believe
If you're
I've
eager-
killed
I
your
bet that felt
your
good.
slavers
You
and
proved
stuff.
your martial prowess.
Alright,
The
so that's the
manifest
next
is
one
in
with
the
him.
hand.
How many do I need with
Good.
these guys before I
Remember.
actually can join them? My standing is increased. Got none to turn in here. Alright, so we're starting that skill line. And now it looks like... Oh, we have to go all the way over here. Okay, we need to focus on making an ornithopter, I think, next. So that's where we're going to stop for today. We got the buggy. We got our second kind of farming base set up. And now we're just working on all these quests. So we will probably start out next time with getting that ornithopter finally going because I am sick of driving to all these places. And we should probably do this one for the Harkonnen. Yeah, they're just all up in this upper area. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that thumbs up for me, and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys have a good rest of your day, and of course, we'll catch you next time.